Good morning. First and foremost, I just want to thank everyone for the amazing outpouring of love and support yesterday. I just want you to know that I'm okay, and this whole growth journey and path has kind of started. Well, first, thank you. I really, really appreciate it, and it's been really, really helpful to just know that there's other people out there who are going through it, right? And so am I. But here's the thing, I got up this morning and I'm like, gosh, what do I put a video about today? And it's I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, well, today maybe I just don't do a video. And then I get on my run and I'm praying. I'm like, God, just inspire me today. What should I talk about, right? And then I went on this run and oh my gosh, my mind was flooded with things. And usually I just kind of just try to speak raw and from the heart. And this time I was like, okay, God, slow down. I need to write all this down. And so I'm taking notes, halfway into my run. And, going through things is difficult, and you just have to keep moving forward. I don't know why I do this in my journal, but every time I run into a challenge or a hurdle, emotionally or whatever that is, I find myself writing, you need to move forward. I don't know that I inherently am oh yeah, I need to move forward. It's not my hand writing it, I can tell you that. And I consider that divine inspiration for me. I have this quote that I haven't shared yet, but I just keep reading it over and over and over again. And it says, keep the faith. The most amazing things in life tend to happen right at the moment you're about to give up hope. And, my my path has started with someone who is so incredibly important to me outside of God and outside of caring for oneself. This person is outside of those. This person is the top, right? She always was, and she is today still. And I was recommended this book because I didn't know where to start, and I probably wasn't honestly super open to it, right? Because here's the problem: is I was too grounded, right? Being grounded is okay, right? But being living so worldly and in reality, I think closes you off to any sort of spiritual guidance or synchronicities in life, and being able to just shut up and listen, right? And that's something that has been very profound over the last few weeks in my life, is I'm just shutting up, listening, relinquishing control. And so as I'm on this run, I'm like, I'm not going to run as far because it's been a few days since I've ran, because I've just needed to focus on my own growth and things in the morning. And so I ended up going that amount, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to walk for a minute and just I got to write these notes down, for all this stuff that God's you need to share this. And I'm walking and I'm like, you know what? What I would usually run is not that much further. And I was just screw it. And I just started running again. And I ran that little bit more. And the reason I found that important was it's just one more step. Take one more step. And then after that step, take just one more step. I'm not asking you to take 1,000 steps, just one at a time. And it's almost like when you're at the gym and it's someone's telling you one more rep. I don't know that it's for the physical. It's more for the mental, because when your mental strength is there, everything else just happens. And, I've also found that I'm a person with, I've always had high anxiety, and what I'm learning is who gives a shit about what tomorrow is going to bring if you can't focus on today? Because if you can't do what you need to focus on today, then does tomorrow matter, right? And I don't mean that to sound in any particular way. It's just invest in today, right, to make tomorrow better. And because no one owes you tomorrow, so how are you going to make the most of today? And what growth are you going to hopefully experience to put you in the best place for that? And that's a lot easier said than done, speaking for myself, right? And I am no expert. I'm just a person that's going through the same shit that everybody else is going through. And I believe that there are forces out there that, like, the magic happens in the extra rep. The magic happens when you write. I know you're like crying right now, and all you can do is just like all you can do is like hurt, right? But you just need to keep moving. I was like, I probably shouldn't do this video with makeup on, because I'm like, I'm just gonna have to redo it. Just keep going. And honestly, like, even if you get up and all you can do is just acknowledge that you feel like shit, that's a step, and that's good, because you're acknowledging, like, hey, I something's happening. And and to this person, like, I am so grateful, because none of this stuff would have happened. None of these breakthroughs, none of like this. I've just been so worldly, and I think that made me like more bitter and more closed off. And once you open your like heart, mind, and soul, like, that's where the magic happens, right? Like, that's where, like, you're just like, screw it. Just whatever comes. And you just hope for the best, right? Like, the most amazing things in life tend to happen right at the moment you're about to give up hope. God is amazing. And you have to stay motivated through like hard situations. And like, you matter, you bring value, people deserve to see your light. And acknowledge that we're all going through something, and love unconditionally. Give yourself grace, give others grace. Everyone's on their own path, and you just have to go a little further. The beautiful part about life is, like, you're not confined to like the processes and patterns that you've seen. And growth is not linear, right? Growth is, in my mind, it's like a Roomba, like those little robot vacuums. It's like they don't go on one straight path. They bump into all sorts of shit, and then they start on another path. And I think that that's, as corny as that is, like, that's life to me. It's growth. And it's like, it's not like you're never gonna, like, we hope that we get to this peak, but all there is another peak, right? But that doesn't take away like the love and joy and experience of the journey. And like, your attitude and your mindset are everything, and you're never like stuck with one pattern. You can always change it if that's what you want to do. And I hope this helps somebody. But I just wanted to like talk a little bit about going just like an extra step, and then just repeating that pattern. And the person who gave me the book, she knows who she is. And she knows what she means. Anyway, I love you all.